Welcome back to the show, boys and girls. Well, it's cold. It's officially a cold day here in Virginia. It's December, so rightfully so. Warm beverage to help this production today. So today we're going to do another fun segment, a list type segment. Again, I like doing lists. It's kind of fun. We're going to talk about 10 of the strangest, most oddball features ever offered on a car since inception of cars until today. Few of these I knew. A couple of these I was shocked. I hope you guys enjoy this. And let's go ahead and get into it. And real quick, for those that follow the channel for my other cars, my Corvette, my Mini. My Mini's being a total boner right now. My next video is going to be a video praising how awesome the car is. I go to make a video yesterday, or Sunday rather, and I fill it up, and leaving the gas station, it dies. It's a low mileage car. It's got 46,000 miles on it. And yeah, so I'm chasing that issue. It started up again a few minutes later, but don't like the idea of a car just stopping on me on the side of the road. Kind of sucks. And I've been driving this a lot because I don't know, I love this car, and the weather's been so nice this fall. But tonight, driving home from work, it was freezing. I rarely have the windows up, and they're up, and just the drivetrain noise and just the road noise in this car sucks. It's got no insulation. So one of the next projects I'm going to be doing to this guy, and you'll be coming along with me, I'll film it. I'm going to remove every piece of interior carpeting and seat, etc. And I am going to Dynamat every square inch of this car, get it as quiet as possible. Now, granted, I'm going to be adding about 35 pounds of Dynamat, but I think it'll be worth it to drive quietly. And this is a lot louder than my C6, and definitely my C7. C7 was very quiet. Just different kind of cars. But you know what? By the time I get rid of this damn thing, it's going to be perfect for the next owner. So, alright, let's go and get into it. 10 weird, obscure, oddball options on a car that ever existed. Number 1. Every new Volkswagen Beetle, since I think, they come out in 99, I think, or something like that, on the dash comes with a vase to put a flower. That's a real factory option. A car comes with a vase, because nothing says getting in an accident and having a makeshift claymore like a flower to the head. But make sure you use a real one if you're going to do that. I wouldn't recommend like a plastic one. It could go through your head in a bad accident. But the option is there if you want a flower on your dashboard in a Volkswagen Beetle. Kind of strange, but it's true. Number 2. This one I personally have seen in real life and had a car with it and actually touched on it a few videos ago. That is the automatic seatbelt. Why this was a thing, introduced in the late 80s through the mid 90s, don't know. Pretty damn stupid, pretty obscure. But if you were burdened by the chore of pulling a seatbelt across your torso to click it, well, these manufacturers had you covered because it went ahead and strapped you in. And I remember on my Thunderbird, it actually broke and it could not pass state inspection, and it was a lot of money. It was like $700 to fix, and geez, 20 years ago, that was a lot of money for me. You know, it was absurd. So I'm glad that trend is gone. Weird feature, but it's no more, thank God. Number 3, and I love this car. I would own one of these because they're so obscure. And you see this car in a lot of top 10 weird oddity lists, but the Pontiac Aztek tent package. I guess there was a package offered for outdoor type people stuff, and in this package specifically was a tent that kind of mounted on the back of your Aztek like it was gonna have sex. There it was, just all up on the back of your Aztek. You got a tent and you'd sleep in. It's actually kind of cool, and I wonder how many for sale actually offer the tent with it. That'd be a huge selling point for me if I were to buy one. Gotta have that tent. Be somewhere like, hey, I got a tent in my truck, and people are like, why do you have a tent? Like, no, it came with the car. Like, no, what? And then explain that it was an option in the car. It's just bizarre, but kind of cool. Number 4, the Subaru Brat had seats mounted in the bed. It was sold stateside. Just strap yourself into the bed of a truck, go for a little drive. It's actually kind of a cool feature, and I'm surprised more things haven't adopted it. I understand the safety concerns with it. I'm surprised you don't see it more often in southern states. Looking at me, Mississippi, you know, just running around with lawn chairs in the bed of your truck, which I'm sure that happens, but Subaru was game changing back then. Kind of cool. Dangerous, but pretty cool. Number 5. As you might know, Japan is kind of congested, large population, but Honda had a solution for this. Introduce the Honda City. This was an 80s car. Now the car itself wasn't that exciting, but an option that came with it was pretty damn cool, and that was the scooter. Things got too hot and heavy, couldn't get around town, no big deal. Right out of the hatch, pretty much all of your cargo space was dedicated to the scooter, and there'll be a picture here, of course. And you just get on your scooter, it had like 3 horsepower, zip around town. Like, hey, look at that guy with the scooter, his Honda little scooter, that's pretty cool, you know, that's what other people would say. There goes Steve on that little Honda scooter he's got. Pretty neat. So it's actually kind of cool. I'm surprised that hasn't taken off either, you know, as an option for a larger truck. You're straight on the side of the road, no big deal. Get my Chevy Avalanche moped out and get us to safety, one by one. Kind of neat. Number 6, this one's very fascinating, and I was shocked it was a thing. Volvo engineers came up with a way to stop people from being kidnapped. By doing so, there was a heart rate monitor in the trunk, very sensitive. And if it detected anything living in the trunk that should not have been there, the car would fail to start. And they included this on a few models. In my notes here, make sure I don't mess this up. Yeah, the S80, the V70, and the XC70. Yeah. So if you're a kidnapper person that likes to take people and put them in trunks, might not want to own a Volvo for that hobby. Number 7, this one's bougie and also very stupid. Mercedes for a brief time offered granite interior trim. Why not? It wasn't very thick, but granite's very heavy. And if you like the look of your kitchen, hey, bring that look to your sedan. Why not, right? But the option was rather affordable at $2,600. Number 8, this one's weird. But also what I'm surprised no one's ever tried to re-engineer in a better way. And this is the in-car toilet to the layman. In 1947, Cadillac flirted with the idea of adding a toilet into their concept cars. They had working models, but they found after trying this for a couple years in non-production models, it just wasn't going to work. There was a lot of logistics involved you don't really think about. That is, you know, privacy when you're doing your thing. When the car's moving, you had splashing, of course. Can you imagine that, driving a car and they get pee-pee and poo-poo water like up on your butt? It kind of sucks. And then there was the smell. And then people didn't want to worry about getting rid of the doo-doo water after the fact. I wouldn't want to. It just seems like a huge mess, you know? Good idea, but modern technology, we're not quite there yet for shitters in a car, but we're close. Number 9, this is probably the most stupid one on the list, and this is a real thing, and I actually own one of the cars that has this option. That's the Mini Cooper convertible option. Let me read this because it's a really strange name. Yeah, it's for the convertible only. There's a gauge next to your tack on your dash that is a openometer. All it does is it meters the amount of time your convertible top is down. That's it. Top goes down, timer starts. It's almost like judging you. Like, you still having fun? Oh, you're still having fun? It's been 2 hours. Oh, okay, you're still gonna keep that. Okay, well, that's cool. It's like, I can only imagine that boardroom when the engineer's like, an open meter, and everyone's like, oh, explain. And he explains it, and they're all like, oh, brilliant. Yo, Steve, you're a genius. Everyone starts clapping. It's just amazing. Yeah, I don't understand it. If you have a Mini with one of these, explain to me exactly what the purpose of it is. Maybe I read it wrong. I don't know. It's weird. And there'll be a graphic here of it. It's a real thing. Not shitting you. And lastly, number 10, Bentley. So I'm going to try to pronounce this. It's the Bentley Bentayga Breitling Molinari Tourbillon. And I don't know if that's the name of the car or the option. I probably sound really stupid. And some of you are like, who's your stupid? So, any case, this automobile came with a clock on the dash, which is an uncommon in upscale cars. You'll see one, you'll see them in Lincolns and Cadillacs, etc. This thing had a, it's almost laughable, an option for just the clock, the little timepiece, $160,000. That's as much as my house. Now, keep in mind the SUV itself costs $250,000. So you're paying for a clock that costs more than half of your car. I guess if you have the money and you're just like, give people rides, like, hey, take a guess how much that costs. And they're like, I don't know, I'll take a guess. Like, no one would ever believe you. I wouldn't believe you. It's kind of absurd, but kind of neat. So that's my list of 10 things. But I'm gonna add one bonus piece of information tidbit at the end here, and that is a unique feature that no one knows about. And it amazes me to this day when I tell people this, when they're trying to get gas, they don't know. 96.3% of all cars made today in the last 20 years. If you look on the dash, look at the gas gauge, there'll be a little picture of a fuel pump with an arrow. And that'll tell you which side of the car your fuel tank is on. Ironically, I don't think the Corvette does, but most cars do. So there you have it. 10 interesting, cool, fun, unique, odd things you can get optioned on cars in the present and the past. Hope you guys enjoyed this. And this weekend, I'm driving up to DC. I'll probably take the Vet. Any requests on dumb shit you want me to do while I'm driving it up there, let me know. I might do another, like, traveling style one I did a while ago. I think you guys liked it. So, alright, gang. I'll catch you guys next time. Later.